What's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6. It is the foreign national born natural. Ready to chop it up with you guys. Drop bars upon your skull. You know how we do. We are live in direct, live in effect on this Tuesday night. And for anybody who saw the post I had put up on the channel, I wasn't able to make it Friday. I had to watch that whole scenario with the Super Bowl and watch for all the stuff that was going on. When you're in position and do stuff like I do, you got to look at everything. So I didn't want to miss nothing. So did have to watch that. Picked up on a lot of stuff, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, it was a pretty decent weekend. You know what I mean? Got to get out and hang out and stuff like that. It was pretty dope. Pretty busy for the weekend. You know, I didn't get a chance to really sit down like that till like Sunday night. All right. So we got my man Consultant. What's going on with you, man? Good to see you here. Thank you for tuning in. Truth Seeker Alex, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Truth is here says not enough of us to take control. We're severely outnumbered by the sheeple-minded United States citizens, 14th Amendment slaves. Well, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I don't believe that's how it's supposed to be written. I believe we're supposed to prevail. I don't believe that's how it's written, man. I don't believe we're written to take a L here. I think it's a W we got to take. We just got to get off our asses and educate the people who want to be educated, and the people who are asking questions, point them in the right direction so that they can know where to look at. You know what I mean? You can't wake the people who are asleep that's willingly sleep. You know what I mean? Because they just going, when you wake them up, they're gonna roll back over and go back to sleep. You know, it's like trying to heat like real good quality steel. It doesn't stay heated for long. Once the conversation is over, it just completely goes out the window. So yeah, it's a waste of time for that part. Barbara Grady, what's going on with you? Why does everybody put the underscore instead of the dash in the middle? I've seen that 3 times this week. It's the weirdest thing. Everybody, when they put my name, they put A and then they put underscore 6. It's supposed to be A-6. No, not knocking you or nothing like that, but it's all good. But thank you for tuning in so much. Brandon Rogers, good evening, 86 ground. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for tuning in, Brandon. Yes. All right, we got some things to cover today. A lot of stuff to talk about. Let me see here. All right, let's see. And we're gonna dive right into it today. That's the kind of mood I'm in. We're gonna dive right into the madness, so to speak. All right, so let's start off right here. All right, so we had a conversation last week about how people were pulling those bond numbers of these public officials, and they getting their pants and skirts pulled up, pants pulled down and skirts pulled up. All right, so what's happening right now, in case you haven't seen or heard, there's a group or there's a website called Bonds for the Win. And what it basically is a group of patriots who are getting the bond numbers of the public officials in their neighborhoods, in their public schools their children go to and such. And they are putting claims on bonds of public officials. And anybody know how claims work? Once you get a claim put on your bond as a public official, you are not going to be eligible for public office anymore if the bond is hit too hard. Like, it's kind of like insurance. Now, I'll reiterate. Same way how you go out, if you're driving and you go out and you have car insurance because you're operating in commerce, it's the same principle. They're operating in commerce, so they have insurance in case they do something to violate the Constitution, which they've all done. They're all guilty. Every last single public official in the United States of America is guilty of this. All of them. So they all need to just get the fuck on, in my opinion. But, let's start small. So basically, the parents are pulling the bond numbers of these public officials, and they're starting to put claims on the bonds, and they're starting to serve them at these public town hall meetings. So in case you haven't noticed about this, once a month, your city or county that you live in has a town hall meeting. No, the way they schedule these meetings is very sketchy because they'll schedule it while everybody's at work. So they'll schedule it at like something like 1 p.m. on a Thursday or Wednesday or something like that, when most people are at work trying to pay these damn bills and trying to survive in the matrix. They'll schedule this town hall meeting at like a Tuesday at 1 p.m. where most people can't even attend, so they can pass these stupid ass legislations and laws, and the people won't even have any say in it because they're so busy with their head in the sand. Well, these parents have made it their business to find out when these town hall meetings are and where they are, and to write up papers to serve these public officials and to basically put them on point they're being served. And if the mandates aren't lifted to their satisfaction, they will have like 12 million, something like to the tune of $12 million claims put on their bonds, something like that. So naturally, with these people not wanting to be put out of power and wanting to hold on to as much power for as long as they can, these people are lifting the mandates. All right. So somebody must have got the punk ass Governor Hogan's ass, which anybody watching this channel knows I can't stand this mofo. So check it out. Governor Hogan calls on State Board of Education to rescind school mask policy. Now, Maryland is a very liberal state because of Baltimore and the surrounding cities. Any cities that are really high in crime and stuff like that and got shitty gun laws and all that other crap, you'll see things like this as a pattern. So as it looks like what's happening is the people who aren't liberal, the actual conservatives, and the people who actually give a damn about the Constitution, these people are starting to stand up and take back the power from the government. Now, they're not going to ever tell you about this on the news or any article. You'll never see this. You can forget about that. We know how the media works. You'll never see this. But this is always going to be something that's looming in the background. So look. All right. So look, they want to say this is the narrative they're running with. COVID-19 hospitalizations dropped below 1,000. Health metrics continue substantially decline. So They're basically not calling somebody that got hit by a bus COVID-19 related. They're starting to call things COVID-19 related that strictly relate to the flu, basically, because that's what the fuck it was all along. I shouldn't even be saying that word, man. God damn, I need to stop tripping. The C thing. You know what I mean? They're starting to call it something else. So, Governor Larry Hogan today called on Maryland State Board of Education to rescind the school mask policy, citing the state's dramatically improved health metrics, the widespread availability of the V word for school-aged children, which is just wrong, and the growing consensus among medical professionals, parents, and bipartisan state officials. A growing number of medical professionals, parents, and bipartisan state officials throughout the nation are calling for an end to school mask requirements, writes Governor Hogan. In light of dramatic improvements to our health metrics and widespread availability of the V word, I'm calling on you to take action to rescind this policy. So anybody who knows how these people work, they already know how this whole system is going. All right. You get, all right. So let's say, for instance, you're a government official. All right. The state of Maryland, for complying with the federal government's guidelines to that C word, for them complying, they're able to get relief funds, which are, I don't even know how many millions they get in relief funds. But the stipulation to taking those funds, because whenever you take something from the federal government, a benefit, you got to waive some rights. So you taking that benefit basically waives some rights. So they took the stipend or however much it was from the federal government for the whole entire situation with the C thing, and as a result, they had to comply with the policies. And the policies was basically masks, V words, S distancing, that kind of stuff. And this is pretty much what we're facing. So at the end of the day, yes, you are hearing it right. These state government officials are sellouts. All of them are sellouts. They all sold you and me and everybody else out for those fiat currencies. All right. And most of which, and that's another issue here in Maryland. You got these mofos that are getting these payouts from the of fiat, and governor, not even governor, Mayor Mosby. I think she's a district attorney, if I'm not mistaken. But she's on the chopping block right now for claiming hardships from the C word. Meanwhile, they audited her, and it looks like she made $30,000 over what she usually make doing the C thing. So she lied flat out, and now they got her on the chopping block. She about to lose her goddamn ass over that. Yeah, this is what's happening. So you got this guy about to rescind mask policies because he's saying nationwide medical circumstances is calling for rescinding of the mask policy such and such, and the restrictions and all this other stuff. What they're not telling you is there's a Telegram group called Bonds for the Win, which will link you to your state, that you can connect with people in your state or county who are making moves, boots on the ground, to end this tyranny. That's what they're not telling you. And they won't tell you that because they never want you to know you're the one with the power, and they never want to pay for what they've done. They want it to be a situation where everybody just forgets about it. They take their little money and run off in the wind, retire, and just be good to go. Nah, bruh. Nah, y'all did too much. Y'all did too much. If y'all would have just kept the corruption y'all was already doing and not done all this, y'all would have been straight, because the people would have still been asleep. Y'all were doing just enough to have the people still sleep, with not being able to wake up and such. Y'all were doing just enough to keep it like that and to fill your pockets. But no, you mofos wanted to get greedy. Y'all needed more. Y'all had to have more. And now y'all asses is in trouble because the people are awake and they're going to come after you for the fraud you've committed and the violation to your oath of office. You all took an oath to the Constitution of the United States of America, and every single one of you rat bastards has broke it. So now it is time for your retribution. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want nobody complaining. I don't want to hear nobody saying, "Well, he was a good governor." No. All these mofos are guilty. All of them. You know what I'm talking about? Every single one of them. So it is what it is at this point. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for these bastards. All right, so you guys can read into that if you want, but this is the whole shebang right here. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. We got too much topics to cover tonight. But yeah, so basically, this dude's trying to call off the mask mandates, basically saying that yeah, I think we've done enough. Everything's good. People aren't dying anymore like they were. When we all know the shit was bullshit from the beginning. And if it's as deadly as they says it was, you wouldn't be able to put a goddamn cut up T-shirt over your face to get inside of a store. But that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. We got some more comments here. Hold on, let me get up here with these comments. Truth Seeker says it's abundantly clear to me now the only way out is to speak our truth and ask questions and put them on notice. Claims, complaints, affidavits, and liens, make them answer the truth. Oh, bombard. I 100% agree, bro. Right now is the time while they're on it taking a knee because they done been beat to death. They're taking a knee right now. Now's the time to just assault them with paperwork. Like, bro, listen. Here's your claim. Here's your claim. They just keep putting claims on their bonds so they can't be officials in public office no more. The whole entire, and I'm not a Trump guy. Anybody who watches this knows I'm not a Trump guy. But the dude Trump was right. It's a dirty ass swamp. And the only way to take care of it is to flush that mofo out. And I say this, at this current point, we need people who ain't even been involved in politics in office. That's where we at right now, all right? Because everybody else is for the take. Now, we need people who ain't even involved in politics right now in order to be in charge of something like that. Because, dude, what's happening and what's happened is ridiculous. And everybody's got their hands in the cookie jar. And it looks like they got caught with their hands in that mofo. I tell you, if nobody said anything, these mask mandates would have been indefinite. As long as they could keep taking that stipend from the federal government, it never would have ended, bro. I'm telling you. My man was right, though. We have to go for testing mandates. For the testing mandates, the mask mandates are a distraction at this point. It's the testing that keeps the show going. Yeah, the testing thing. That's another thing too, man. The tests. We already know what the situation is with the test. We already know the test is suspect. We know that, right? But yeah, I agree. Going with that is next. But first thing, we gotta get the mask off them babies, man. You got children in elementary school wearing masks. Meanwhile, at the goddamn Super Bowl that just happened Sunday, which that's one of the first things I noticed, none of these son of bitches had masks on. None of them. Not one dude in that goddamn. I think I saw one dickhead with a mask on his chin. Not one of them ass faces had a mask on, and this Super Bowl took place in Cali, which is one of the most restricted places in the United States of America when it comes to this whole entire pandemic. That is one of the most restricted places. And none of these mofos have masks on. All right. Now check this out. Seats minimum for the Super Bowl are about 50 bands per seat. So none of these people that went there was like, regular people. These are all superstars and rich people and stuff like that. Yeah, Matt Damon in the damn audience. You had who else was in the audience? What's that guy's name? Guy from the Brothers, white dude from the Brothers, Mark Wahlberg. He was in the audience with no mask on as well. They showed Kanye West in the audience, no mask on. Jay-Z, none of these guys had masks on in the audience. Meanwhile, when the children are at school, they gotta put masks on their face. And here's the kicker: supposedly, the most vulnerable to catching something like that is the adults. The children are supposed to be invulnerable to it, according to what they told us, right? And then what they said it's not really likely for children to catch it. So why is it that it's the other way around? Why is that? And we already know what it is. We already know what it is. It's a classism thing. It's a power thing. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody's health, and it never did from the jump. And people are starting to finally see that. But we are the initiated. We already knew what it was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? We good, but not everybody's on the same page. We are. The frequency is different. You know what I mean? Lord TJ. What's up, Lord? What's going on with you, man? Good to see you here. King Newsom didn't have a problem with 70K at the Roman Bowl going maskless. Yeah. Yep. I was just talking about that, man. Exactly. He ain't going to tell all them people in the audience to go put on a mask and stuff like that. There's too much money involved in that. The Super Bowl is one of the biggest United States events, I would say, because it's still tied in with the United States Corporation. But it's one of the biggest United States inventions and celebrations yearly. One of the biggest ones. I mean, that's the top dollar that's paid for advertisements. Advertisement slots, I think, start at 1 million, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? I think they started 1 million. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, those that's one of the biggest events right there. He's not gonna stifle commerce, man. He ain't gonna do that. Because then he would lose his damn job from the up. The higher ups would jump in his ass. They the ones he worried about. He worried about the higher ups because the people weren't waking up. Now he worried about the people. Now he's yeah. Now the people looking for y'all bonds. Like, oh boy, we all at now. We all at. We gonna find y'all bonds. How he panicking. You know. Hey man, the truth don't stay buried for long when it comes to stuff like that. It is what it is. I feel good about that though. Jay Heretic, man, I haven't seen this dude, J.E. Heretic, in a long time. Man, I think I haven't seen you about 5 months. I was hoping you was okay. What's up with you, man? Good to see you here. They haven't filed thy own laws for 100 years. Probably longer than that, bro. Probably longer than that. I'll be honest. Longer than that. There's protesters chanting reinstate the mask mandate. Where you see that at? Where you see that at? That's crazy. Yep. Or better ever. Yep. Yep. Leans all day. I don't know about the leans consultant because I'm not an expert at the lean thing. But because I don't know enough about them, but I will say this: claims on bonds is powerful. Putting claims on them bonds is powerful, and then from there, you can work your magic. I don't know about the leans though. I'm a little. The leans a little weird for me. I'm trying to learn about the bond attack. Yeah, you gotta go to you gotta join Bonds for the Win. Go to the website, man. It's called. Matter of fact, let me pull it up for y'all, man. We here to learn, right? I know what this is because I got it on my phone. Here we go. I'm gonna share it for you guys right here. So if you guys want to join the fight against corruption, this where you go right here. That's it right there. Bonds for the Win. You want to join the fight against corruption, man? Get busy. Check it out. He works. That's dope. Oh man. Yeah. There you go. So this is the website right here, bondsforthewin.com. All right. What is a surety bond? Surety bonds provide financial guarantees that the bondholders, such as public officials, companies, contractors, or unions, will uphold their contracts according to mutual terms. Surety bonds protect we, the people, from fraud and malpractice, which is clearly what's been happening over the last 2 years. When a bondholder breaks a bond's terms, the harmed party can make a claim on the bond to recover losses. And here's the sweet part: these dudes have deductibles, just like when your shit gets hit. If you driving in commerce or something and your shit get hit and you got to take your shit to an auto shop, let me tell you something. All right, when you take your car to that auto shop, if the claim is $2,500, they might call you and say whatever policy you agreed upon with. If you the lower your bond, the lower your what is it deductible is, the higher your policy is going to be. But the higher your deductible is, the lower your policy is going to be. That's how they get you. So if you want $1,000 deductible, where if any damage exceeds $1,000, they'll cover anything past 1,000. But the 1,000 you're guaranteed to be liable for. So let's say your shit gets smashed, right? And you got $1,000 deductible. The damage is 2,000. Well, guess what? That insurance company is going to pay the 1,000, but you're going to come up out your pocket for 1,000. That's how the bonds work. The insurance, basically. All right. If you got $500 deductible and the damage is 2,000, they're going to pay the 1,500. You're going to pay the 5 out of your pocket. So when that work is done, you're not picking your car up until that 5 is paid, or they're going to put a lien on your shit and then they're going to sell your shit to somebody else. That's how it works. Now, with these bonds, they have a deductible. I've heard from the ones in Maryland, I've heard have a deductible of 40 bands. $40,000 deductible. So if you got 20 people putting claims on that ass and you got a $40,000 deductible, you have to pay out of your pocket the deductible of 40 times 20. What is that? Because I ain't a mathematician. What is that? There's like 160,000, I think. Let me see. Nope. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's god damn. That's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that's 800,000. That's almost $1,000,000 from what I got here. If you got $40,000 as a deductible and you got 20 people putting claims on your ass, that's $800,000 you got to pay out of pocket. And a lot of people that'll put in the poorhouse. And if you can't pay that deductible, then you get liens put on you. Then that's when the UCC1 and all that stuff comes in handy. But you got to get a judgment for that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But if they can't pay the court order of $800,000 out of their pocket, you know what I mean? That's how it happens. That's how you get a lien put on your ass. And then every asset you have is up for grabs at that point because you are the surety for that in terms of the you know, the public officials. But yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works, my man. That's what it is. All right. The consultant says crazy part is that it's totally a political mandate enforced on the people without the people's consent. Yeah, man. It's crazy. I almost the fact that they made this huge of a mistake, it kind of makes me feel like, yo, maybe it was a situation where these dudes like, all right, it's time for us to relinquish the power because every so 1,000 years the power's got to switch over. So now we're gonna do this stupid shit, which is a bad idea completely, and the people are gonna take over. I almost feel like that might have been what happened, but probably not because when people get in power in them positions, they don't be trying to give that up, man. They don't be trying to give that up at all. They want to stay the emperor forever, forever, man. J. Heretic says most sports followers are meatheads, anyways. Most sports followers are plugged into the matrix, and the reason why they plugged into the matrix is because it feels so hopeless. A lot of them they see themselves as cattle. They see themselves as uh, just people to go log in to their computer at work, work, take a lunch break for a half hour, look at some funny YouTube videos, clock back in, do that work on the computer, clock out, go home, pick up their kids from work, watch that show on Disney Plus or whatever they like to watch Power or whatever. Clean their kids up, cook their kids dinner, go to bed. Next day, wake up, do it again, get some coffee, get out there, go to the job, clock in, sit behind the computer, 12 o'clock, go to lunch, take a half hour, look at funny videos on YouTube, clock back in, get on the computer, do the work, clock out, go home, pick the kids up. The same pattern. This is what these people see themselves at. They're literally power cells for the Matrix. Literally. They're literally power cells to keep the Matrix going. Because what is the United States backed on? Let's be real here. It's backed on the full faith and credit of the people. Your blood, sweat, and tears, and your hands putting hands on that computer or whatever you do for a living, your hands moving and keeping the circle turning is what keeps America afloat. Excuse me, what keeps the United States afloat. That's what it's backed by. It's backed by you. The fact that you get out there and pay all your debts with your hands, your sweat and labor. That's what it's backed by. And that's what it's going to be backed by until the shit is taken over or destroyed or just erased completely and put something else in place that's more fair. You guys know politicians aren't even supposed to be a career job. Politicians used to be bankers and mechanics and farmers and stuff like that. They were politicians because they also had to work in the economy they created. These politicians these days don't have to live or work in the economy they created. They're in a whole different bracket. They're in a whole different shebang. They got a whole different thing going on. They'll never see the effects of the shit that they done did to people, man. They will never see it, and their children won't see it. But guess what? Here's the good news. Don't feel bad because their grandchildren's children, they're gonna feel the pain, man. Because eventually the tides of power is gonna turn, and when it does, those who take into captivity should be taken into captivity. Facts. That's the facts. It is what it is. Somebody just sent me a notice of intent to file claim. Yeah, so he must be watching. Cool. Yeah, okay. Somebody must be watching then. Bet. Yeah, somebody just sent me that. But yeah, absolutely. The Lost Rose. What up, man? It was good to see you here. Did you see Holly Berry's Super Bowl Hollywood come saying it is a shit? Yeah, I saw that. And that's another thing. All right. Listen, the commercials, bro, they are blatantly coming out and telling you this is all fake. Like even there was one commercial. I don't remember what commercial it was, man. Forgive me for not remembering because there was so much being thrown at me at one time. There was no way I could remember all of it. I should have had a pen and paper. I did not. I'm sorry. But there was one commercial. If you watch it back, it was the end of it was it was like a globe type deal. It was showing the Earth as the top of the Earth like a globe kinda, but it never actually showed the globe aspect. And then when the camera zoomed out all the way from outer space, when you saw the Earth, you only saw the top part. So it's like, yo, they're telling you, all right, y'all are right, the shit is flat. They never showed you the full Earth, the bottom. They only showed you the top dome, and you can see all like the land masses and stuff that were kind of cut off because they're not showing the whole thing. But they were telling you blatantly, this motherfucker's not. It's not the shape we're telling you it is. The Holly Berry basically said, like my man said, it was. This is all scripted. It was a dude. It was blatantly at this point. They're telling you what's going on. Like, yo, this is fake. And people were worried about 50 Cent hanging upside down and stuff like that. But I honestly could care less about any of that stuff. I was watching it for those type of aspects, you know. But yeah, it was interesting, man. Sports is yeah, absolutely. I believe a lot of that shit's rigged. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do watch it sometimes from time to time, just so I can conversate with people where I work. But yeah, that shit I believe is a lot of that stuff scripted. I think Tom Brady was supposed to win, but he wasn't young anymore. Like look at the two heads that were in the Super Bowl. I think it was supposed to be the Patriots versus Tom Brady. I honestly do. That's what it was supposed to be this year, but I think Tom Brady just old at this point. He couldn't pull it off. You got to still have some kind of talent to be able to do it to make it believable. Plus, when Tom Brady was coming back, they started to say, "Yo, this shit rigged. This shit rigged. This shit rigged. This shit rigged." It was like, "Yo, they starting to figure it out. Fuck, make Tom Brady lose. We'll do something else." And now you got you got two guys in the Super Bowl who haven't been to the Super Bowl in forever. And I always believe when something like that happens, something didn't go right. You know what I mean? Do you have PayPal? I want to donate. I don't have PayPal yet. I'm working on that, but I do have Cash App. It is right there in the ticker at the bottom. If you do want to donate, you can also hit me on Cash App. Anything you guys want to send me to donate is greatly appreciated. Um, yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that. I would greatly appreciate any donations that are given towards my way. But thank you so much. The Cash App is right there in the description if you do want to donate. Truth Seeker Alex says University of Nevada Reno protesters. I didn't see that, yo. I didn't see that. University of Nevada Reno protesters. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been too busy following this whole Canadian trucker thing and how they're trying to spin the narrative as a white supremacist enclave, which we all know that's bullshit. They always throw the race card in when they're taking an L on something. They try to spin everybody's attention with a race card. They got all the European liberals pissed off because they feel like it's a white supremacist organization, and then they got so, and to be honest with you, a lot of people, so-called quote unquote black people, they ain't going for it, yo. They're like, no, I don't believe that, bro. Like they'll say, man, I don't believe that. I know Boyce Watkins on Instagram, he ain't going for it either. He like, no, I don't believe that. That white supremacist thing is dead. It ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. This is deeper because European people, they being affected by this too, man. Facts. This ain't that type of deal. I think that shit's op. You feel me? Gary Mendez, what's up, Gary? Good to see you here. Heard the CIA is flooding the alternative news and YouTube channels with agents to make people run in circles and get confused with misinformation. So be careful. That's probably true. But if that's the case, I believe that's been happening for a long time. I think a lot of those gurus that people look up to, man, some of them dudes are suspect, yo. Like that, what's that guy's name? We were having a conversation about this the other day. That Chris Hauser guy. I'm not gonna say dude is an agent, but the fact that he popped on the scene and he blew up that fast, and he's got the machine, the YouTube machine behind him, I would be very careful with shit like that, man. You just gotta look at the history. You can't. All my views I have are organic. I don't pay for views. I don't do no sideways stuff. Every subscriber I have is organic. These are people who genuinely want to hear me speak, and I don't have the YouTube algorithm backing me up. All this is for me just trying to grind as hard as I can, and I still could grind harder, honestly. And I'm about to start. But facts of the matter is, yeah, man, that's what it is, yo. Like I don't think it's a situation where everybody needs to be so trusting of everyone that comes along and blows up like that, because you just gotta watch what you're doing with stuff like that, man. I tell you, you know, I'm hearing stories about the 1099s and stuff like that, man. Like I said, it kind of makes sense in theory, but I will never believe that you can just walk into a dealership with a 1099 form and sign that bad boy as a beneficiary, and then they do the rest, and you come back 45 days and get you a whip. Nah, I don't believe that. And if it does work, it's gonna be just like that TDA account. Or that lady, what's her name, Tucci or whatever her name was, and she got hemmed up for that. That's gonna be just like that. So be very careful how you operate, man, because you know what I mean. It only takes a few to get made an example of. Ah, boy. But yeah, facts. J Heritage Bonds for the Win is going viral. Yeah, it's looking like it is, man. Keith Lamont. That's what that was. Okay, bet. What up, Keith? How you feeling, man? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for tuning in. Heretic says everywhere I look, even on Facebook, Bonds for the Win is. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I'm mailing out the claim on Bonds tomorrow. My man, yeah, he getting busy. See, look, I'm gonna tell you something about Keith. Keith don't waste no time. Keith gets down with the get down. He get busy. You feel me? If it's a process to be done, my man is on it. I respect it though. I ain't mad at all. Heretic says, next step is they all go to prisons they built for. That would be gorgeous. Hey, look, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. All right, if y'all put them some bitches in prisons, all right. If y'all want me to run for y'all city council or something like that, or one of y'all high up positions, you already know what page I'm on. You feel me? Hey, we can make it happen. Just vote A6 in. I'll be your Secretary of State. Just vote me in, sir. Absolutely. Put A6 grind time as your Secretary of State. I'm too young to be the president, but we can wait. We can make it happen. You know what I mean? Takeo Skywalker, hello from New Jersey. Thank you so much for tuning in. Takeo, is it? I hate butchering people's names. Is it Tico? It might be Tico. Probably Tico. Tico, yeah. What's up, man? What's up from New Jersey, man? What's good with you? What's up with you from Maryland, man? Yes, sir. Heretic says, I heard a long time police were told to put their properties on other people's names. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I know about all that, yo. I know about all that, man, because claims get put on bonds and stuff like that. People's credit gets destroyed. I heard this one police officer when he stopped one of these guys who was exercising his right to travel. This one police officer, and it's interesting they didn't cut this piece of the combo out. But that's why it's important. If y'all get pulled over while y'all got y'all private plates or y'all traveling, that's why I tell y'all the Freedom of Information Act, the cam footage. Make sure y'all do that because some of these conversations that these public officials have behind your back will tell you what time they on and will tell you what they think of what you're doing. Facts. All right. If y'all want to know what page they're on, because you're never gonna hear these combos in front of you. They're always gonna be behind your back, or like when you're waiting to get your information back, you know how the police will stand in front of their cruiser behind your whip and you just waiting to see what happens and shit like that. Which is all basically a psychological attack when they take that long because it don't take that long to run shit. But yeah, so anyway, like I'm saying, when they back there and they doing the damn thing and they talking and stuff, some of the conversations they have, you would be very interested to hear. But these one police officer were talking, and I talked about this before to you guys. One police officer is telling the other guy, he's like, yeah, I heard a story about guys like this who do stuff like this in terms of the traveling thing. And he was like, yeah. And the guy was like, yeah, sovereign citizens, I can't stand them. They're a pain in the ass, blah, blah, blah. And then he turns the other guy and says, yeah, man, well, I heard one of these guys who used to work on the force, one of the guys put a lien on his house and put a lien on his credit and stuff like that, his social security number. He was like, the guy's credit was fucked for like 7 years. He was like, it almost makes me want to say, fuck that. I ain't dealing with it. You know what I mean? So at that rate, the police officer was telling you what he had heard about people getting put in check for violating. And he was like, man, I don't want no smoke. I'm just going to let this guy go. He let him go with a warning. You feel me? So, as a matter of fact, he didn't even give him a warning. He just said, you know what? I ain't going to give you nothing. Because any warning or whatever they give you, it's got to have their badge number and their name on it, which is basically, sovereign citizens, from what I heard, they put liens on people like that for real. So, you know. But that's the reason they do shit like that, like put it in other people's names. Like if they got a house, they'll put it in their wife's name or something like that. So any liens that get put on them, they got a place to live still. That's why they say a lot of times, that's why they say like it's easier for you to get in positions of power if you're married because you can always put everything in the wife's name and they can't lean out the wife because the wife didn't do anything to you. But if you out there solo and shit and you got that shit in your name, you could lose everything. They put a lien on all your stuff, which is stupid illegal to do. But I mean, the damage would be done at that point, for what I understand. Even like a Liz Pendon's lien works the same way, and then you could do a what is it? affidavit of high crimes and treason, I believe. That's another thing people use. I have a family that knows all about sports, but can't open their brains to what freedom is. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of us do. Robots, zombies, they're eating BS food, so it's hard for them to think clearly. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, they're eating a lot of crap, but we ate a lot of crap too. So I don't even get at a pass. We ate a lot of crap too. And for those, I'm pretty sure nobody in this room is using fluoride toothpaste. But if you are, please get off the fluoride toothpaste, because if you got this far and you're using fluoride, just imagine how much further your brain could go if you didn't have your pineal gland fully calcified from that fluoride. So again, you can find different brands of toothpaste, and this is just a side note I'm talking about, since we're talking about the people not able to think. But I'm gonna hook y'all up real quick. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of game. All right, so this toothpaste right here, you can actually get from Amazon, and this is made out of natural friendly products. All right, so check this out. They actually do offer uh fluoride toothpaste, but of course, most of that stuff's probably gonna be fluoride free. I only buy the fluoride free, so I couldn't tell you about the fluoride ones. I don't know why the hell you would go that naturally and get fluoride. That's just stupid to me, but to each his own. But hey, here you go right here. So this is what it's called. This is the toothpaste called Hello. Now they got the cold. I use the cold joint. I don't use none of this stuff right here. I don't know enough about any of this. So if you feeling adventurous, you can jump out there. But I'm good. I'm gonna just stick right here with the black joint. All right. Now check this out right here. This black toothpaste. This comes in toothbrushes. This comes in the toothpaste. You can get whatever that is right there, and they've got the mouthwash. Now, I've used the mouthwash, the toothpaste, and the toothbrush, and I'll say they're high quality. All right, very high quality. It's not cheap compared to what other toothpaste costs, but yeah, it's dark black, and this will effectively completely fuck your sink up. But it's a small price to pay for not putting crap in your mouth. So yeah, but yeah, why the hell would you want charcoal whitening with fluoride? I mean, that just defeats the purpose. Oh, that's floss. They got charcoal floss. That's interesting. I didn't know they had that. Nice. Charcoal fluoride free regimen. Yep. So if you want to go fluoride free with charcoal, which charcoal is actually much better for your teeth. First time I saw charcoal was on a Japanese little I think it was like a commercial or something like that I saw on one of these animes, because I used to watch anime real heavy back in the day, and they actually had like black toothpaste. I'm like, what the is that? Japan is on some shit, and they had this stuff back in the mid '90s, I think, or late '90s. So I'm watching this anime, and I see this toothpaste is black, and I never seen anything like that living here in the United States of America. So I always thought that was interesting. I always wanted to get some. So finally, the United States of America and the U.S. market and such, people got on the wave, and they started to really offer it here. So now you got Hello Brand that offers this, man. And they've got activated charcoal infused floss. Like I said, the stuff is not cheap, but it's quality. I did not know they had deodorant. Interesting. I'm about to get some deodorant. Nice. And make sure you get some aluminum free deodorant too if you do that. I highly recommend the aluminum free. But yeah, as far as people not being able to free their minds, it does come from a lot of the stuff that they feed you. But hey, we used to eat that crap too, and we were able to still escape. Now I don't know if it's a situation where we're the ascended masters or whatever you want to call it, or the ascended ones that's able to talk to the higher up beings and stuff like that, that give us downloads in our dreams. Because when you dream, you're actually receiving downloads and things like that, and you're peering into different universes and alternate dimensions. But the fact that we're able to do things like that and we're able to think clearly, that might indicate that we might have altered DNA to 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 be able to do things like this. But yeah, we used to eat all that crap too, man. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I still eat trash. I don't always 100% eat everything I'm supposed to eat, because at the end of the day, I'm still a man. I still am not perfect, but still able to think clearly. You know. But it's making the effort is what counts. Getting out there, getting some good water. Stop drinking all that plastic crap stuff that's in plastic containers. Try to cut the pork completely out, because that is not good for you. Just clean your diet up, man. We'll get out there and work out to a sweat. Work out until your body is sweaty. If you work out, listen, I'm gonna tell you how to know if you worked out properly to get all the toxins out of your body. All right. If you want to make sure you worked out enough to get all the toxins out of your body to enhance your ability to think clearly, you need to make sure you wear an undershirt, and of course, make sure you wear boxers because you're not a goddamn weirdo. But yeah, so make sure when you get out of training, your undershirt and your boxers should be completely soaked. So if you're not working out hard enough, at least once a week, so your boxers and your undershirt are completely soaked. And if you wear Under Armour, I wear this when I train jujitsu. I wear this Under Armour right here. When I'm out of jujitsu, this bad boy, I can wring it out. You feel me? And it'll really look like I was in a ocean or in a lake or something like that. But make sure when you work out, that's the case because that's how you make sure you got all the toxins out of your body. If you don't know what workout to do, I recommend Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is a real good one. Wrestling is another real good one. Boxing is a real good one. MMA is a real good one, of course, it's just pretty much a mixture of all of them. You know, any sport like that where you got to basically go against another man or you got to push yourself to throw them punches, even if you're not fighting somebody else, but you know they're pushing you to throw 100 jabs, crosses, jab cross hook combinations and stuff like that. You got to push yourself until the bell sounds. You know that's that extra push is gonna make you sweat that much, and that's gonna get all them toxins out of you. So even if you're eating bad and not eating what you're supposed to eat, if you work out really, really hard, it's gonna be way more beneficial. But if you're sitting on the couch and you're not getting them toxins out of your body like you need to, and you're just letting all that crap build up, you're gonna get very sick. You're gonna get very sick, and then they're gonna say, "You got the virus. You got it. You got it. You got it." you know, but that's the facts. That's the facts. Cash, yes, sir. Right, cash. They steal the money instead of earn it. Yep. Sorry for being late, but Michigan in the building. What up, Carl? I see you got your passport card there, Carl. Yo, Carl, how many stars you got, bro? You already put your passport card up there, so I figured you don't mind people seeing it. How many stars you got on yours, man? If you don't mind me asking. Pencil pushing paper terrorists who get others to do the work for them, like a cop on the ride robbing you. And here's the messed up part about police officers: they don't even know a lot of stuff that they enforce are violating the Constitution. So when they hem you up or something like that, and you end up putting a smackdown on them for it, and you know they basically just take a mean L in a lot of cases. The people who wrote the damn statutes, codes, and regulations, they don't even feel it, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Like that being used as a pawn, that's got to stop, yo. You know, you took an oath to uphold the Constitution. Ain't no excuse for that. All right, let me get back to what I'm not. Man, listen, I'm veered. So I'm 45, 48 minutes in, and I ain't even got through half of the stuff we need to talk about today. Sheesh. All right, I can go off on a tangent sometimes. Let me see. All right, look, check this out. Now, I want y'all to see this. Let me move this out of the way real quick so I got more space up here. Y'all already seen the bonds for the wind joint, so I can drop that out of here. All right, and now for those of you who need to send these public officials bills for violating your rights and such, you can go right to this website right here, and they actually have templates for you to set up bills to send out. So if you want to set up like an invoice, let's say for instance somebody does something or whatever like that sideways, you want to just hit them with a bill for wasting your time because you can. My fee for wasting my time is $1,200. You can actually go on this website right here and you can create invoices. And when you log in the website, they'll store your invoices and they'll all that stuff's right there. I mean, you could always go out and buy like a program or something like that if you want, but if you like, it's free right here. It's called invoicehome.com. Invoicehome.com. Please grab your pen and paper and take that note. If you need to send out invoices, you can use that website right there to do so. That's how you can put together, and it looks real professional too. I've already started one because for those of you who know, I'm at war right now with the DMV. We in a battle right now, so I'm about to send them a bill. But I've used this website right here to send them a bill. So I highly recommend jumping on this website. It's very easy. It's very simple. There ain't a whole bunch of bull crap. After you're done with it, you can download the invoice. You can print it up. However, whatever your fancy is, this website will allow you to do it. So please check into it because we're all about efficiency here, right? Efficiency, being efficient, the art of being efficient. Why doesn't that work? I tell you, man, they be trying. Let me try it again. Hold on. I wanted y'all to see this. Booyah! Got it. All right, bang. I got you. I got y'all. I got something else to show y'all. All right, let's go here. One second. Got so much stuff pulled up on. I need to move some of this crap out the way. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. All right, check it out. All right, so for those of you who have been keeping track of the whole entire, which I've been watching this thing closely the whole entire time, they're trying to spin the narrative. They're trying to say these people are white supremacists. They're trying to say they assaulted somebody in a shop or something, some stupid crap like that. All psyop bullshit to try to deter you from the truth. Anytime a movement's put together, they'll create a psyop to discredit it. Ignore that because it's all fake. But this is what you need to focus on. You know, right here.
So Trudeau invoked the emergency, basically martial law against Canadians. They can freeze your bank account. They can suspend your vehicle insurance. They can conscript you to do work for them that you're capable of doing, with the threat of jail time if you refuse. Tow truck drivers could be forced under the threat of jail time to tow vehicles for the government. This is no joke. But it just goes to show you how desperate they are to get this narrative back under control. All the fluoride, all the GMOs, and all the pesticides were not enough to keep humanity down, because this movement has spread globally. And clearly there was enough testosterone in those truckers to do what's right. Many of you know that the Chalk Daily contains purified shilajit that boosts testosterone 21% in 90 days. Testosterone is the freedom-fighting molecule for men, but most have a low amount of it because of the chemicals in the food and water supply. Ladies are also under assault with these hormone-disrupting chemicals. Ladies are also under assault from these hormone-disrupting chemicals. Check the caption below for a limited time extension on the 2 discount codes Chalk.
All right. So my man over it, they actually blocked his channel once, so he created a new one that he got all his followers back. So my man's name is Shane Vibes _truth on Instagram. 1000% recommend you jump on Instagram right now and follow that dude because he has the sauce. That dude is the one who put me on with the findaspring.com. That dude is the truth. So yeah, check him out because my man gets busy. My man gets busy. All right. But yeah, there you have it. So all the fluoride, all the crappy food, all the pesticides they've been using to try to keep us suppressed, and try to keep our testosterone as men down, us men who are out here getting busy, it wasn't enough. And we still out here doing the damn thing. All right. So there you have it. They're trying to basically put them under martial law and emergency act, which basically says that they can do whatever they want, which is interesting because little Castro, little Castro. If y'all saw the show last week, y'all know why I called him Little Castro. Because that dude is Castro's son. Justin Trudeau is Castro's son, 100%. But Little Castro is trying to run Canada like his daddy ran Cuba. How about that? How about the apple don't fall too far from the tree? Little Castro trying to be like his daddy. So he has enacted martial law so that he can take whatever from whoever, do whatever, which is exactly what Castro pretty much did. You know, if you had a farm or something like that, Castro would say, all right, well, you ain't a farmer no more. The farm belongs to the government, and you are now a mechanic. And this is what you're going to do. If you don't like it, you'll be shot. And that's what it was. A lot of people got shot and killed underneath Castro's regime. So, yeah, he's running it just like his daddy. Just like his daddy, boy. I tell you, the apple don't never fall too far from the tree when it comes to stuff like that, man. My man out there getting busy with the communism. Sheesh. All right. All right, let's cover more ground, folks. Let's cover more ground. I got y'all. I got y'all. All right, look. So, now check this out right here. I stumbled upon this when I was just looking into the jobs of U.S. Marshals. Now, the U.S. Marshals, anybody who knows U.S. Marshals knows their original job from back in the day was if you jump states and you created like that, it turns federal at that point. So if you hit somebody with a bat and paralyze them or something like that, and you in Texas and you flee to Utah, then guess what? Them U.S. Marshals is coming to reel your ass in because you're now federal because you didn't escape. It says in the Constitution basically that you know you're going to be reeled in by the corporation pretty much. Well, not the corporation, but you'll be reeled in by people who work for the corporation and such, and which is the U.S. Marshals. They've been around since forever. The U.S. Marshals are basically supposed to go bring in fugitives of the law. But another interesting thing U.S. Marshals do is confiscate your property and sell it to other people. Look at this shit. Asset forfeiture program. All right. Now I do understand this is for like people who you got your high profile drug lords who don't pay the politicians enough money. I mean, who get caught doing illegal, immoral things because you're not supposed to sell drugs. They get caught doing that, and they get their assets taken, and they have homes which are really expensive homes and Bentleys and boats. They drop all kinds of important packages off, and little pearls and necklaces and bracelets and things they buy their side chick, all that all that stuff like that. So this is what assets, they basically resell those assets. So, yep, the Department of Justice Asset Forfeiture Program is a key component of the federal government's law enforcement efforts to combat major criminal activity by disrupting and dismantling illegal enterprises, depriving criminals of the proceeds of illegal activity, deterring crime, and restoring property to victims. All right. Now, here's my question: like, where was the property of the victim if a dude was selling cocaine or something like that, and he bought himself a big ass yacht or something? Where was the property? What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna return to? What victims are you returning that to? Now you're not returning to a victim. You're gonna sell it, and you're gonna keep the funds. That's what you're gonna do. And the people who buy these things, you can get yourself a deal if you go to one of these auctions or something like that. So if you want to get a Ferrari with 2 bullet holes in it or something, or you might have a damn Lamborghini that's got brains all in the back seat that were cleaned out or something. You might just be able to get a deal for such item. But yeah. So yeah, I've heard stories about people purchasing things from these auctions. That they call it a police auction and stuff like that. But yep, that's the other job, to take shit and resell it to make money. It's just weird to me because it seems like to me if they were to see something, they would probably put it to use for the police or something like that. That makes more sense to me, than selling it off and keeping the funds or something like that. Or the funds should be fully donated to a charity or something. They shouldn't just keep the damn funds. That doesn't seem right to me, man. That's just more crap. And then the true drug dealers who are, the people in power, they never really get caught because they never had their hands on the cookie jar. They just reap the benefits. The ones I'm talking about are ones you see every day on TV with suits and ties on. How about that, huh? All right, my man Lewis says, how would a judge's bond be attacked in federal court considering qualified immunity and due process violations within the jurisdiction of arbitrary mercy? Well, check it out. If you can prove that a judge has violated his oath of office, he's no longer protected by any immunity. They're only protected by immunity and shit if you aren't able to prove that they violated their oath of office. Once they violate the oath of office, that takes them outside of their immunity. They don't get to enjoy immunity for violating the Constitution that they took an oath to uphold. Doesn't work like that. Oh man, Russell says exactly. Dr. Dre has the world in his hands playing yeah. Lord TJ and go to bonds for the win. Looks like they figured it out, but I don't learn just from reading. I need to see it done, but I still figure it out. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Misinformation has been going on for a long time. Yes, sir. Anyone who charges info is suspect. you think that's what it is? I put a packet together just to share it. Nice. Tucci was an agent. What proof do you have of that though? What proof you have that Tucci was an agent? What proof you got? I want to see some proof of that. Because I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I want to see some proof of that. If your name isn't tied in, you are more likely just victims to the system. All right. None of CH recommended remedies are working for his followers. Yeah. 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 How about that, huh? Probably put you on some goddamn. They probably gonna come down on mofos later on for that. I'm not surprised. That's why that dude Taza Doc was going in. So if y'all haven't heard, Taza Doc versus Chris Hauser is the funniest thing ever because Taza Doc is going in on Chris Hauser and Chris Hauser is ignoring him because he probably don't want that smoke, which is fair. But I mean, Chris Hauser is basically telling people to do these processes and them shits ain't working. Now, the conditional acceptance for value is the only thing I know of that probably does work because it makes perfect sense. I actually thought about putting together a customized conditional acceptance for value in case you get a traffic ticket. Like, look, I'll come to court, but these are my regulations. This is what it is. My appearance for court is 10,000. Every word I have to speak is going to be $100 per word. You know what I mean? Every step I have to take when I enter the courtroom, or excuse me, when I enter the courthouse, is $50 a footstep to enter the court. All these weird stipulations. You know what I mean? And basically put them on point with that. And non-response is acceptance in full. I was probably gonna put something together like that. I might do a template on that within the next few months. Just in case I got to use that bad boy. But yeah, man. Consumer law is safer than the 1099. You can better understand what you're doing. I don't fuck with the 1099 shit, yo. I told y'all what my stance on that shit is. I ain't with it. You look like an asshole walking in there with a 1099. you walking in there with you basically walking in there with this. Like, oh, can I get this new? Can I get that Lambo over there? Get out of here, man. You might even get slapped in your face. You might even get suplexed through a table. Anything can happen at that point. You walk in there with a 1099 form, you might just get power bombed through a table. Who knows? You start doing stuff like that, you never know. You might just get DDT through a chair. There's it. Figured out one could get the bomb with the county clerk for Information Act, but for filing a claim. Okay. I'm actually doing it. The Freedom of Information Act. I actually put together a notice I got to send out within the next few days for a Freedom of Information Act request. My man is dead on with that. I'm actually still waiting for my Freedom of Information request to come back from another government department that I sent it out to. That would be nice. What are we talking about? Lost Roads. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lost Roads. Appreciate it, man. What's good, Jordan? Yo, he did the underscore again. Yo, you see what I'm talking about? Yo, the underscore. This is what I'm talking about. They keep doing the underscore. It's not an underscore, yo. It's not an underscore. It's a dash. And I know from now on people gonna be trolling me with the underscore, but I ain't mad about it. But it's all good. How's the spring water? Pretty good, man. I tell you what, bro. I actually refilled on some spring water today. So that's delicious, man. It's right out the earth, man. For real. It's right out of the earth. Right. I tell you what, too. I actually was able to determine how bad the snow was going to be this year from the water. And the water can store memory. Earth. Once the earth it runs past the rocks and all that stuff, it stores memory. So whatever memory this water has stored, when you drink it, you get that. It's probably how the natives and stuff like that and the indigenous people knew when it was going to rain. They knew when there was a storm coming and stuff like that. That's probably how birds and such. That's probably how they know when to fly south. And that's probably how all these animals are able to be on a grid because they're connected to the grid, probably through the water. It's the water stores memory. This is proof. We all saw the experiment. Matter of fact, you know what? I got y'all, man. Y'all gonna learn today. I got y'all. Let me see if I can find it right here because I actually watched this video like 2 years ago. All right. Yeah. All right. Check it out. I got you. I'm gonna show y'all this right now, and I'm gonna show y'all while I said what I said because I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy. So hold on. Let me get this damn commercial out of my face. I hate these stupid ass commercials. I'm not paying for YouTube Premium, so kiss my ass. All right. I got y'all. All right. Give me a sec. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about with the memory thing. All right. Drinking the spring water right out of the earth. That's gonna be the way to go. Get on that grid that everybody, all the beings on the earth are on. Drinking that processed water is no good. Here we go. All right. So you see right there that the water actually has memory, and I wasn't just making it up. But yes, water does indeed have memory. All right. So here's a little trick I can teach y'all. When you get your water, right? I have a silver bottle. You don't have to do silver. You can do like a copper. Copper is good because it's able to radiate the energy through the copper, and it's actually able to vibrate. The vibrations are real high with copper also. So check it out, right? You get the water, right? Let's say you get it right from the spring. It's probably the best place to get it right from the earth, theoretically. All right. So before you drink the water, let's say you got like a bad shoulder or something like that, some injury or something, whatever. I'm not saying if your arm is falling off or some shit like that. Don't be that guy, all right? But look, this is what I do. If I have like an ailment or something like that, I'll take this water, right? And you can talk to the water because it has memory. So you can tell them the water right in it. You can tell it what you want. Like, look, if your arm is hurt, you can say, I want my arm to be healed or something like that. And you just give it a tap and then you drink the whole thing. And before the end of the day, see if that ailment doesn't go away. Real shit. I've done it plenty of times. I don't tell people this often because people think I'm goddamn crazy, but I'm telling you, it works. It works. I have like a pulled muscle in my arm or something like that. And I'll say that to the water and I'll give it a tap. By the time I finish the water, at the end of the day, I forgot my arm was even sore. But this could be a situation where this is what the ancients used to use on the land before any of that other stuff was brought over here. You know what I mean? Medicines and all that modern stuff. But yeah, it works for me. So I'll say that much. Um, what I also say is you can do your own test too. If you want to try your own thing, you can actually try to put the water and put the labels on the water and see how it reacts when you freeze it. And you can take a microscope and see how it freezes. You know. But yeah, 100%, man. Water is life. That's why they say it. Water is life. And then when you talk to plants, also, plants actually grow a lot stronger. When you play music for plants and you talk to plants, your plants actually grow a lot stronger and faster. And they have more nutrients in them when you actually talk to them. So yes, that is a 100% a thing. Man said been off fluoride for over 20 plus years. Congratulations, my brother. Super Bowl is rigged. Watch the channel where a guy breaks down how ridiculous the place. I saw that. They even got a magnetic gloves. Yeah, I knew about the magnetic gloves in the footballs for a while. They also got magnetic apparatuses in the basketballs too. And the rims are magnetic. They can turn off the magnets whenever they want. I've actually literally seen balls have been shot and actually do just like this and go right in the basket. Like, yo, that's impossible. You know what I mean? I believe Steph Curry, that motherfucker must be a high level, whatever secret society he in, because anytime he throw that ball, it goes in. And I mean, I ain't taking nothing away from dude's skill, but to make every shot, yeah, that's crazy to me. Just about every shot anyway. But yeah, as far as the footballs goes, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that. Shit, they probably even got something in the poles, like the polarity can resist the football. If the football, like if the play is made and it's by 3 points or something, they can have something inside the magnetic joint that the vibrations push the football far left or far right. Let me tell you something. If that ever came out, Billy Cundiff, you have a right to sue. Billy Cundiff, you better take them motherfuckers straight to court because if that's the case and that's what happened and that's why you missed that kick in 2012 or whatever it was, man, you better go for blood. You better go for everybody. You know what I mean? Facts. I was talking about my family who got angered by this information. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, man, what did they tell us in the Matrix? They tell predictive programming. Some people are so resistant on the system, they will fight to defend it. Some people are so they cannot wrap their minds around the fact that the system has been put there to keep them enslaved. They can't do it. I use the activated charcoal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That one. The charcoal is the business. And I tell you. What's up, Kayla? They sell the Hello toothpaste and Dollar General. I buy it all the time. Fire. That's what's up. I love it. That's the toothpaste you're talking about. I'm just so late. That's the charcoal toothpaste. Not the charcoal one. Okay. Yeah, give it the charcoal, man. Get a charcoal to try, man. Give it a try, man. It whitens your teeth up like no other, too. See? Hemp and neem toothpaste is good as well. I want to try the hemp. I want to try the hemp. Maybe I'll get that offline. I want to try the hemp though. I definitely would love to try some hemp toothpaste. I mean, it's just crazy how they won't allow anything to be made out of hemp anymore. Like, shit, hemp is biodegradable. They could actually replace plastics with hemp, but they refuse to do so. Like, they literally could replace plastic with hemp and have more durable material, biodegradable. That way, it doesn't destroy the earth. But they literally don't want to do that. They want to go out of their way to make plastic because they know the plastic is what poisons the water that we drink. It's what kills the vibrations of the water we drink. You know, you drink water. That's why we're telling people, man, try to stay away from that plastic bottled water because, you know, if you got to drink, you got to drink. It is what it is. It's better than soda or something like that. But if you got to drink like the water out of that plastic, any vibration the water had, you know, it stores memory. So it's gonna any vibration of life it had pretty much is gonna be pretty much dead from the plastic, and then it's gonna store the memory of any machine it went through. You know what I mean? And who knows what they're saying or doing to this water before they give it to you? They could be giving it negative vibes or something like that, and that water stored the negative vibes, and you drink it, and the next thing you know, just the vibes are fucked up. That's possible, man. You know, we got to use our brains on this one. If it can store memory or something like that, it's possible. It's the starches that affect the brain over time. Agreed. Since you're talking about bonds, I was wondering, can I go after those and the company involved? The company involved. What do you mean? Do you mean like all people involved with the process? You know, yeah, I would say yeah if that's what you're talking about. But if you're talking about your company you work for, I don't think I can help you with that one. A man said whiskey cleanse. James Lovett, what up? Wolf, what's up? A6 and American National Fam. Yes, sir. You know what it is. The foreign national born natural. Live and direct, live in effect. Your gracious host, A6. My man James Lovett in the house. What up, Bad Wolf? Good to see you here, man. Definitely want to have you on live if you're still here. Blue belt. I'm a blue belt. Blue belt. Work my ass off for that damn thing, man. You know, work my ass off for it. Non-citizen national, yes, sir. Stars don't matter. My girlfriend doesn't know about the status correction, and she has 5 stars. Oh, facts. Okay, I agree with that. I'm not going. It's just a topic people like to talk about. How many stars you got? You know, I haven't seen anybody get less than 3 yet, though. I've heard there's 1 and 2 possible. Is it discrimination that the government doesn't allow check boxes for non-citizen? Well, seeing as how we all know what time they on, they probably just deny that shit. Honestly, like, yo, what does that even mean? You know? And then the lower level functionaries don't even know what that is. I had somebody tell me they tried to ask for American National Passport application at the what was it? At the post office. And it was like, yo, we don't know what that is. Like, yo, bro, some things you're not gonna be able to just go in and ask for. But I'm not. I don't. I can't. I honestly can't say, man. I don't know. Hard to say on that one. If that's the case, there's a lot of discrimination. You feel me? Shit, even them asking if you're black or white or whatever. Like, hey, you ask me my goddamn color. It's crazy. What I usually do in them type documents, I write in my own shit, but I don't always do things by the book. I have 3 so far. My first passport. Congratulations, sir. Bookmarked. Ooh, we appreciate it. Yes, sir. My man. No doubt. Thank you for tuning in, Muse. The Heretic says, I stopped bothering with the stars because I can't find an open disclosure officially about it. You know what's interesting? I actually saw some. I was watching Longest Yard, and this might not be anything, but I'm still gonna let you guys see it because I want you guys to have your own opinion about it. Let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, this is funny. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Give me a second. All right, I got y'all. There we go. All right, look at this. Look at this.
Ain't you guys glad you got a black man for a friend?
Hell yeah.
Come on.
Asian has a rating system for every con.
What's 3 stars?
The more prone to violence the inmate is, the more stars he gets.
5 stars is the max.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Let's see how many stars my maniacal ass got.
Wow.
Well, half a star. That's got to be a mistake. Check it again. Check it again.
You're about as maniacal as a box full of kittens.
Come on, it's not funny, man. I'm gonna have to stab somebody or something. Get my rep up.
All right, we ain't gotta watch the rest of it, but yeah, yo, yeah, I thought that was interesting because when I watched it, my antennas went off like stars, and they said the stars is one. I think it said 1 to 5. The amount of stars you have is how prone to violence you are. So, Heretic, please be careful with that, man. Oh, excuse me. Who said that? Who said that? Who said about my wife or girlfriend? Was that yeah, that was Heretic. Heretic. You said your wife, your girlfriend has 5 stars, however many it is. Hey, dude, do not say anything sideways to your girlfriend. I hope you took her out yesterday. Don't come in the house late because you will get your ass beat. Nah, I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. But nah, you know, it was just something I happened to see. I thought it was very interesting. Tim says, I was violated yesterday, fam. I was pulled over for tinted windows, tag, no tag on utility trailer. Then I was arrested and no rights read. I got so many questions. First question I was asked is, do you have your passport and did you present it? Second question I would ask is, how did you talk to the officer? Because that matters. Third, I would ask, did you ask for a supervisor? Fourth, I would ask, did you present the Foreign National Police Policy, PDF, that we always say? Y'all should have a packet. And I'm going to say this for the 10th time. When y'all out here traveling, if y'all got private tags or whatever, y'all need to be prepared. You need to have your passport as a foreign national, the Foreign National Police Policy for the police in your area, if you can get your hands on it. We found out that a lot of these places keep theirs private. They don't pull it out for the public. I don't know if you can Freedom of Information Act it. I'm not sure. It's always worth a try, so you can try to have it in your arsenal. Have that. Have your definitions of drive and your definitions of your Supreme Court cases and all that stuff too. You want to have that in there, and you want to also have any other documents you have that put them on notice that, you know, if you want a contract, this is the fee and stuff like that. That way, if you need to send them a bill later, you can do so. But a lot of questions about that, man. If y'all gonna be out here traveling, make sure y'all have this stuff. This is I need to start a basics class. I need to really start a basic civics class, yo. I need to do that. Maybe I'll start doing a basic civics class on the Zoom and just tell y'all how to move about if y'all gonna be doing this type of stuff, or give y'all the information anyway. But yeah, maybe I'll do something like that and just charge people to come in like something cheap. Cause I said it a lot on this channel for free, and ain't nobody listening. Y'all killing me. My man James Levitt says the stars indicate your threat level, but you could be 1 to 5 star U.S. citizen or 1 to 5 non-citizen national. Doesn't indicate your status, only risk level. The higher, the better. Okay, makes sense. Yep. James Levitt, thanks for the clarity. Something sinister. I missed that. I got some of that Sheila J. Yo, and how is that Sheila J, man? Is it any good? I'm still trying to get my card. They denied me again for arrests, I think. There's a way to deal with that too, man. There's a way to get around that. Xenoestrogens. They busted my father's truck window out, and I got 3 tickets after they handcuffed me and took me to jail, basically. But I wasn't put behind bars, signed the bail in like half an hour. Well, that sounds like 18 United States Code Title 242. That's what that sounds like to me. Sounds like you need to get the bonds and start getting busy. I got court on May 25th for obstruction of justice because I wouldn't let my windows down. Got out and gave them my passport, insurance, and my commercial license too because I was treated. Well, here's the thing. You gave them the passport, right? But then you gave them the insurance and you gave them the commercial license. So, I mean, you kind of bent over at that point. Because if you just gave them the passport and you ain't have none of that stuff, because they couldn't say you were driving. But you basically kind of gave jurisdiction to them. You know what I mean? Yeah, you kind of gave jurisdiction, bro. Title 18, Section 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. That's what it is. And there's a few other ones. There's conspiracy too. I don't remember what number it is. It might be like 245 or something. Anybody who knows it, check that for me. But it's like Title 18, Section 245 or something. Conspiracy to deprive of rights. There's a bunch of them. It's not just that one. There's like 6 or 7 of them that you can smack them with. You know, they called me a sovereign citizen. When I was in the police car, I was recording too on my phone. They also searched my pop's truck and destroyed the stuff. They busted the pass side window. Oh yeah, they got busy, man. Yeah. And that's defamation too. They called you a sovereign citizen. They called you a terrorist. That's defamation. So yeah, they fucked all the way up with that. Yep. All the way up. Yep. They got busy with my mans. What up, Chris? I done simple freedom of information asked through email to Secretary of State information. What up, Bill? It's good to see you here, man. If y'all like Dr. Emoto, you should check out Dr. Mona Harrison as well. Dr. Mona Harrison, what does she do? Muse. They got a rice test with words on. Really? A rice test? And make sure that rice ain't plastic. You know, a lot of that rice that come out of them places be plastic, bro. They get a lot of shit from China. I fell and cracked my rib and back and just kept saying it will heal when people said go to the doctor, and it has done well healing. Yeah, that's what's up. I still say with an injury like cracking your rib or something like that, you be careful with shit like that because that can get worse. Thank the water before and after every sip gulp. Thank the water. I guess you could. I don't see why not. Hey, don't get on my nerves. I might mess around and grab this water right here and say like Goku and then tap this bad boy, man. It's over at that point. Once I say Goku or something like that, I'll be turning Super Saiyan on people, man. You feel me? What's up, Shady? Good to see you here, man. Nice energy. Thank you for the water, your healing, hydrating, love. Shady, all good brother. It's good, my fans. It's good to see. See, it's so good to see people in here, man. People in here just communicating. It's great to see, man. It's great to see. We got people that talk on other channels and communicate on other channels, and we all congregate here and talk. It's a beautiful thing, I tell you. My teat hair looking good. What the fuck does that mean? What are you talking about, bro? Are you killing me, heretic? What does that even mean? My teat hair? What? Think about the frequencies they choose to give us and run our houses. Yeah, there's I think they said the LED bulbs too are no good for you. They emit different frequencies and stuff like that that aren't good for testosterone. So yeah, I got a fluorescent bulb here. I think that's no good either. I really need to replace that with something else. They were saying the basic halogen bulbs they don't affect you. They just look terrible though, but you know, it's a trade-off, I suppose. It's that artificial world. They want to use the artificial world, but we belong in the natural world. We are gods, 100%. 110, 120 volts AC, 60 hertz. Facts. Humic and fulvic acid in your water. Yeah, listen, he's been saying that for a long time, man. Fulvic acid and humic acid. My man's been saying that for a while. You drop that in your water too. Facts. Caesar's things go to Caesar. God's things go to God. Artificial versus natural. Facts. James, what up, man? Salute the 86 grind time in chat. Yes, sir. I mean, I must have said something a while back and he made him laugh. Hey, Williams. Yo, they got Tony Cooper in. Y'all done let Tony Cooper out. God damn. Y'all done messed up now. Y'all got Tony Cooper out here. Sheesh. They done messed up now. I mean, they're nice. That's a good thing, man. Good. Yeah, I'll be saying, like, look, if you don't have like the funds to take your lady out or something like that, man, a nice dinner you cook her over, some candles, go grab yourself a bottle of $20. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give y'all some game real quick. You can go right to a liquor store and get yourself a bottle of wine called Voulet. All right, it's called Voulet, Voulet. It's an Italian wine. It's a sweet wine, right? You get a bottle of that. Get yourself some wine glasses. You can get them from Walmart or something like that, real cheap, crystal glasses. And then you can, get your lady make her some dinner or something. Get a couple candles, light them bad boys over some dinner, man. Serve that bad boy up if you don't got the money to do that. And you can just do like that. But if you got children, it's a little harder, man, because you got little children running around messing up the mood and all that. So, but yeah, you could do that. 100%. talking about the water. We're around 70% water. So the way we speak to each other, programs and molecules in your body, words and spells, that's why we should bless our food. Listen, I've been saying my grace for forever. I never stopped saying my grace. Even when I started to question Christianity and all that stuff, bro, because I used to be a Christian back in the day, I never stopped saying my grace. It never made sense for me to stop saying my grace. You know what I mean? Facts. But yeah, my man's right. We 70% water. I think it might be more than that, Chris. But yeah, majority of us is water. And how we speak to each other on a daily basis, 100%. The stuff we watch, the stuff we listen to, encouragement, all of that stuff affects our makeup, man, because we're basically water. So listen, if water holds memory, so do we. The facts. I have affidavit, no passport, been denied a second time fighting that shit still. You need to holler at Bad Wolf, yo. You need to holler at Bad Wolf. My man Bad Wolf will get you right. Holler at my man Bad Wolf, yo. Hit his email. Definitely got to bless our food, 100%. Denied twice is crazy. Arrears. That sounds like some past shit that happened. Yeah, 1201 is kidnapping. Section 241, 242. Okay. Goddamn bots in here. Fuck y'all, goddamn bots. All right, he gone. All right, bet. Yeah, facts though. 18 U.S. Code 241, conspiracy against rights. That's what it is. All right, bet. So this is the one right here. 18 United States Code 241, conspiracy against rights. You can throw that at him also. So when you hit him with the deprivation of rights, you can also hit him with conspiracy, because if they pulling you out of the car and stuff like that, and they ignoring your documents and they throwing you in jail, which it clearly says in multiple cases that, I think Thompson versus Smith basically said that, the right to travel is pretty much a right. And then you can do what is it? Kent versus Dawes, I think it was 1956. I think it was 1956. Kent versus Dawes. You could also do that. The right to travel pretty much should not be hindered by the government. And if you're traveling and they telling you, you're driving, blah, 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 well, you're basically trying to force me to contract. Now they're getting in the uniform commercial code. You can hit their bonds for shit like that. This is why I ain't be mad at them sovereign citizens who put bonds and put liens on these people. I don't even be mad at them. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not mad if they put liens on these dudes, because they be on some bullshit, man. A lot of times. Like, what are you doing, bro? You doing too much. Get that man a ticket and send him on his way. They ain't supposed to do all that. Busting out windows and throwing people in jail. Like, yo, why, bro? Why? What will you accomplish from this? But they be the dirty ones, man. You feel me? They be the dirty ones. Look at SSA 445 for arrears, I think. Aha, okay. Absolutely. What up, Martin? SSA 445. I tried it. They said they don't know what to do. Tell them to give you your goddamn passport if they don't know what to do. You don't know what to do? Give me my passport. The hell? I said your teeth looking good. Thanks, man. Thanks. I bet. She likes the desert. I give her better than wine. Nice. Okay, bet. Dessert. I misread that. No, you put one S in dessert. I thought I was tripping. No, it's two S's in dessert. I'm not the spelling Nazi, but you ain't gonna be making me look crazy. But no, she likes the dessert. I gave her better than wine. I know what you're talking about. Respect, brother. I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I got so mad at them bureaucrats today. I was cussing and cursing them to death. It makes me feel like crap. Yeah, I get it, man. Holla at Bad Wolf on that, though. Great book to read with esoteric knowledge on 4 words, 4 agreements. Once you understand we are mostly water, you will understand that book 100% more than the average Joe. Respect. All right, bet. Okay, let me make sure we covered everything. All right, take a look at this right here. And we almost 2 hours, hour and a half in. I'm still getting to the I want to get to the invites and let people in here to talk, but I got to make sure I cover all this stuff first. All right, look at this. So look, this is the bill. Maryland House Speaker rises concerns about social equity as debate over marijuana legalization begins. All right, now, as far as this goes, I don't judge nobody that smokes a lot of herb. I used to smoke herb when I was younger. I don't judge nobody at all whatsoever. You do what you do. It's okay. I'm cool with that. But I've been said for the longest time, Maryland is turning into Cali and New York, like a blend of the two of them. All right. Now, New York doesn't have, legalization of weed pretty much, but Cali does. And this is starting to take elements from both New York and Cali. Now, check this out. Maryland House Speaker Adrian A. Jones, Democrat, Baltimore, sheesh, is so cautious about legalizing marijuana in her state that she hoped to start the process this year by putting the issue to voters in November, nothing else. So they wait into the midterms to basically try to secure positions. The Democrats is trying to use weed to get in office. They trying to give you some they try to sell you some weed. They, they try to sell you some nickel bags. The heavy lifting, deciding who should get licenses, how the program should be regulated, to how to ensure it's equitable, should wait until the 2023 registration. I got a problem with that too, because check this out. With those permits to sell and stuff, those licenses to sell, man, listen, there is a situation where it's a class barrier. The application to actually apply to get a license is 15 bands. And you don't get a refund if you don't get your license. So if you pay 15 bands to get a license to sell or open up a weed dispensary, if you don't get the license, you still not getting your 15 bands back. And the only people that can afford shit like that is wealthy people. Now check this out. How about this? Only people that's getting them licenses is friends of Governor Hogan, friends of Marilyn Mosby, people that's clicked in, people that go to these balls that these high profile people have and all that stuff. Rich people who pretty much back the campaign at some point. Look, my son's getting out of college, and I really want to just set him up right out of college. How about we go ahead and I'll slide you a few under the table, and you get him a license and such. He'll go ahead and pay the fee, 15,000. You can pocket 50 grand under the table. Go ahead and spend it on your wife. I know you guys like the vacation to Maui. But my son's getting out. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and you give him the license, and we're gonna open up a few stores. We'll even cut you on a percentage of the profits every year. We'll donate it to your charity, a percentage of the profits. You can benefit. These people got trust and all this stuff set up, bro. This is a big ass game. It's a monopoly game. All right. That's what it is. It's a monopoly game. So you got all these damn politicians that are only people that's able to be clicked in to get these licenses to be able to sell. Meanwhile, little Tyrone down the road, who got his record ruined from selling marijuana back in 1998, still on his record, can't get certain approvals to live in better places, even though he turned his life around. This is what I'm talking about. You can just read this yourself. The heavy lifting deciding who should get licensed, how the program should be regulated, and how to ensure it's equitable. Translation: how do we make it so that this doesn't look like we're benefiting from it, but we're benefiting from it? You know what I mean? As the first black person, here we go with another black face in office to make it look like they're helping out when they actually ain't doing shit. As the first black person in office and woman in her role, she feels the weight of ensuring a process that achieves something she says no state has: equity in who benefits from the loosening rules that disproportionately enslaved black people from criminal justice system. Now, here's the thing. Here's what the issue I had with that. When they put these people in office, they try to say, oh, we're gonna the things that we're gonna do for quote unquote black people is we're gonna work on marijuana reform and such and such. Newsflash, piss face. Not all black people smoke weed. All right. Not all people that you consider to be black smoke weed. So I'm not trying to hear, oh, well, they're gonna go in and they're gonna do criminal justice reform. Not all of us are freaking criminals, and not all of us, quote unquote, black people, end quote, um, smoke weed. Now some do, and I don't judge. All right, I don't judge at all. But I mean, you're not gonna basically be able to yank me around by my chain over some goddamn weed. Fuck that. But back to it. But as the caution ran up against an urgency of younger, more liberal members of her caucus who pointed to success well underway elsewhere and continued the disproportionate number of arrests of quote unquote black residents, she has agreed to back a proposal that will automatically expunge marijuana related arrests, among other things. All right. So they're trying to wipe marijuana related arrests off of people's records. All right. That's what they're trying to do, which is, I would say, that constitutes as a good thing. But I'm not going to accept that is something that you're doing for people who look like you. No, sir. I'm gonna need more than that. Absolutely not. It's gonna take more than that for a guy like me to get aboard on some crap like that. So, no, thank you. Especially when when we're talking about rights, y'all ignoring rights in order for some people to puff some herb, but y'all ignoring people's rights though. Y'all gonna completely ignore that. They still got that situation where it's may issue here. It's for people who actually go by that and who aren't doing constitutional carry, which they don't even really recognize here, and they piss all over the Constitution every chance they get. But that's a whole other thing. But yeah, it's basically a circus. So yes, Maryland is turning into mini California. It's looking like shit is getting stupid expensive here. Rent is getting stupid expensive here. Mortgage houses are getting stupid expensive here. If you have property right now in Maryland, this is the best time for you to sell because houses are selling for over $100,000 market value. So if you bought a house, I know a guy that bought a house for $152,000. I actually saw the deal he put together, $152,000. He checked the value on his house 2 weeks ago, and he could sell that house today for 260 bands. So he could make 100,000. This man could sell that house, move down south, and purchase a little small house paid for. Hey, best time to sell, man. But yeah, Maryland, it's getting expensive. And Cali, forget about it. A shack in Cali is $2 million. Forget about it. It's done. You know what I mean? But yeah, Maryland is definitely turning into little Cali. It's happening slowly but surely. All right. Enter a dead zone. Mona Harrison speaks on the healing aspects of water. Yeah, full spectrum and UVB lights is good. Investments, black water is a great brand for humic acids and minerals. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tony says I smoke. Yeah, Tony puffs the herb. I ain't mad at it. Then on the back of the passport it says used for land and sea travel. Yeah, like I said, man, they all the way in the wrong. You're in the right. You know, you're in the right. There's Supreme Court cases that'll back you up. I tell you what, man, I'm gonna do you a solid real quick. I got you. I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna do my man a solid because he and my man is hemmed up right now. So I'm gonna do him a solid. I'm gonna read you off a few cases you can look into. All right. So I'm gonna read it off a few cases you can actually start to investigate yourself. All right. All right, so check this out. This is this is the second edition of American Jurisprudence, First Constitutional Law, Section 329, page 1135. All right. And it says, I quote, personal liberty largely consists of the right to locomotion, to go where and when one pleases, only so far restrained as the rights of others may make it necessary for the welfare of other citizens. The right of citizen, capital C, to travel upon the public highways and to transport his property thereon by horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile is not a mere privilege in which may be permitted or prohibited at will, but a common right to which he has under the right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Under this constitutional guarantee, one may therefore, under normal conditions, travel at his inclination along the public highways or in public places, and while conducting himself in an orderly and decent manner. That means don't be out here flying like Fast and Furious. Don't be drifting. Don't be doing no stupid shit. Don't be launching your car. Don't be street racing unless you you can get away with it, because I'm a huge advocate of street racing or whatever. But anyway, but don't be doing that shit if you're gonna be trying to travel. If you're gonna drive, then you go street race, whatever. But don't be doing none of that stuff. Be out there conducting yourself like a man that has common sense. Don't be putting nobody in danger. Don't be weaving in and out of traffic. Don't be flying down the road. I know you want to try to say, I got the right to travel. You don't have the right to fly down the road like a dickhead and put people in danger. Don't be doing that, man. You know, travel with some sense, all right? Let's act like adults and govern ourselves. Because the whole purpose of all this crap is to govern people because they can't govern themselves, I would say. But if you can govern yourself, then do so. If not, just be a U.S. citizen and continue to be underneath the rule. Because you're not ready for this. All right? So it says, in a decent manner, neither interfering nor disturbing others' rights. He will be protected not only in his person, but in his safe conduct. There you have it. So that's 2 American Jurisprudence, first Constitutional Law, Section 329, page 1135. All right, let's go on. All right, Stevenson versus Renford, 287 U.S. 251. All right. And this was quoted in multiple cases. This is Patrick versus Banton. This was quoted in, so people were pulling this up and using this to beat their cases. This was Frost and F Trucking Company versus the Railroad Commission versus Inner City Forwarding Company, Parliament Cooperative versus Tidewater Lines. This citation was used in a lot of cases. Now listen to this. First, it is well established law that the highways of the state are public property and their primary and preferred use is for private purposes. You hear that? And their primary and preferred use is for private purposes. and that their use of purposes of gain is special and extraordinary, which generally, at least, the legislature may prohibit or condition as it sees fit. So if you're driving or you're engaging in special or extraordinary uh, purposes for gain, that means you're driving. Very simple. So, yes, you were in the right. I'll read one more and you can do the rest of the research. Thompson versus Smith, Supra, and not the car that you're going to use to fly down the road and be traveling too goddamn fast and get your stupid ass pulled over and get given a ticket. We all love Supras. This is not what we're talking about. All right. When the public highways made the place of business, the state has a right to regulate their use in the interests of safety and convenience of the public, as well as preservation of highways. All right. So it says when the public highways are made the place of business, and the state has a right to regulate. Basically, when they're made for business as a place of business, so they have a right to regulate. So if you're driving, they have a right to regulate. If you're not driving, which means no commercial documents and stuff like that, like insurance and all that other stuff. That's commercial documents, like it or not. All right. And it also, so yeah, that's the only ones I'm reading off. You can do the rest of your research. There's literally, I got over like 25 case laws where this stuff was mentioned. But yeah, this is in the archives I had to pull up. This is when I first started. I started getting into the right of travel. So right to travel. So yeah, you were in the right, man. Well, kind of, until you gave him the driver's license, then you contracted with him. And it says right on the back of your passport card, exactly, it says for land, air, and sea travel internationally. That means here, that means really North America and South America, really. That's what international really means between them, you know. And if you want to be technical, the U.S. is in Washington, D.C. So if you want to be technical, traveling between South America, Washington, D.C., which is right in the middle, and Canada, that's traveling between. So you're basically traveling. And when you gave him the license, you basically authenticated that you were driving. If you didn't give him any of them commercial documents, he'd have been fucked. But he might have a leg to stand on since you gave him the driver's license. You gotta be bold with this shit, man. If you're gonna travel, travel. If you're gonna drive, drive. You gotta pick. You can't do both. Can't mix public and private. Can't mix public and private. If you're gonna travel, leave that license in the house and leave all the rest of that shit in the house in case they yank you out and search your shit. Because it can happen. I mean, it can happen as it did. You know, you gotta do one or the other. You can't do both. There are no state fictions. I say they're countries, honestly. I say they're country legal fictions. U.S. versus Minker. Every government is an artificial person and creature of the mind, and government can only interface with the other. Which, oh, wow, okay. My man just taught me something there. U.S. versus Minker, huh? Interesting. All right. Good looking out on that, heretic. The imaginary, neither having actuality nor substance, is foreclosed from creating and attaining priority within the tangible. You dropping bars. Houses are cheap in Oklahoma. Yeah, you know, my boy had just moved to Oklahoma. He was trying to get me to move over there. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do Oklahoma. But he was saying that the constitutional carry over there is lovely. They love the Second Amendment over there. I was like, shit, that's kind of love right there. That's kind of love. Here in Redford, Michigan, they bought my house for $65,000 5 years. I bought my house for $65,000 5 years ago. Now it's worth $145,000. Yeah. Yo, Kevin. Oh, snap, man. Yo, I haven't seen Kevin in like 2 months, man. I thought what happened? Yo, what's good with you? Matter of fact, bro, I got you, man. Hey, I got to know what happened to Kevin, so I'm dropping a link in the comment section right now. I've been talking for almost 2 hours. Let me shut my damn mouth and let y'all get in here and get busy. All right, there's the link to the chat right there. So if you guys want to hop in the live, please do. Kevin, please jump in here and tell me what you've been up to. Tony, I saw you. Please jump in. I saw the consultant here. Please jump in. I'd appreciate it. Bad Wolf, if you want to hop in, we can do this damn thing and we can get busy. But I want to hear what y'all been up to, especially Kevin, all this time. I haven't seen this man in a while. I was worried about him. I was like, shit, last time I heard from Kevin, he was putting claims on motherfuckers for real. And now, the man just went missing in action. I hope you're all right. All right, so without further ado, we got my man Kevin up in this bed. What up, Kevin?
Hey, what up?
What's up, man? What you been up to, dude?
What have I been up to? Shit.
They
A
got
lot,
your hand
actually.
standing up on your head. Damn, they must have drove you crazy out there.
Oh yeah.
They got your
Oh,
hair
yeah,
all over the
yeah.
place.
This shit's been shit's
They ran up,
actually
hey,
been
they ran up on Kevin with a straightening comb, like, keep still, motherfucker. What's up, Kevin? Talk to me, man. What's up?
let's see. Well, I got my shit rocked twice again. Twice again. Okay, listen, all right. Okay, so like about 10 days ago, right? I parked my car at work, right? At Home Depot, where that's where I work, right?
Yeah.
I come back, I try to leave, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? My car is not there. It just disappeared. So I learned that it got towed by a state officer. And I'm like, how? This shit was parked and no cop followed me to work. So I'm like, how? All right. So I got my car back, which cost like $400, which sucked.
How'd they take your car?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It was parked in the parking lot of Home Depot where I work, right? Now, I think what happened is like...
You still got private plates?
Well, yeah. So my plate had a foreign national, and then it had my it had my 98 number on it, right? So now, at Home Depot, right? Since it's like a store, right? People steal a lot, so they have a security camera like in the middle of the parking lot, and I think that camera has AI, so it scans the plate and shit. You feel me? So like when they scanned my plate, it sent like a message to the state guys, like, "Damn, bro, you gotta come tow this."
What? Yeah, they
Yeah, that's what
targeting
I'm
you,
saying.
man.
Okay,
They targeting you.
but okay. Listen, right? So yeah, I got my car back, right, and then $400, which sucked. Okay, now 5 days later, right? So this happened like 3 days ago, right? Driving to work, traveling, right? Two state police officers were waiting for me, bro. Like,
Damn.
listen. I drove in the parking lot, bro, and they literally just stopped me. Like, they stopped me. And yeah, they arrested my shit again. They towed my car again and everything. And
They locked you up?
Yeah, they locked me up. Now I paid I paid $500 to get my car back. So now $1,000 in like fucking 2 weeks, and I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so yeah, they cited me for driving without license operation, all of that shit, and went to court. Now problem right now is I have, for where I live, for like Worcester County, I have two court cases for like driving without a license. So right now I can't really use my car, because if I do, and if I get locked up, like, they're actually gonna fucking hold me and shit, right? So I can't. And then I have in another district 2 cases as well for same shit. So I can't use my car. I can't even use my car at all. So I'm taking in Ubers right now, which is fucking annoying. Right. So now the other day I went to my court case, right?
The question: did you give him your passport? You still got the book, right?
I don't have my passport card. Remember
I thought you had a book.
Yeah, I gave him the book. Again. So when first time that he told my shit, right? I gave him some of my information, because like he literally wouldn't let me take my car with it, right? And like he saw that I had 2 warrants out, right? Which is basically for the other cases. So like he kind of used that as an excuse. Now, so he used it as an excuse. And then when he pulled me over, he said, "Why are you driving without a license?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Why am I driving like without a license, right?" And the thing is, right, when I talked to him on the phone, right, the other day, I told him I was exercising my right to travel. It's like he knew I was exercising my right to travel, but like the same guy that towed my car when it was parked, right? He intercepted me at Home Depot, and boom, he locked me up, told my shit again, and yeah, that's what's been going on. And when I went to represent myself at the court, I was trying to get the shit dismissed, like the first-hand witness, all of that. Bro, this judge would not let me speak, bro. This is the 3rd time I've been to that court with that judge. I'm about to file a lawsuit on her. I have to. Like, this won't let me speak. Like, let me speak. Like, I try to talk and she won't let me talk. She's like, "Oh, you're not gonna represent yourself." Like how the am I not gonna represent myself? So, yeah, it shit's getting tough. But I do have some good news.
What's up?
I mean, my cases. So I have 4 cases going on right now in the state courts for driving without a license, all of that shit. And then in federal court, I have my lawsuits against the officers and all of that. Now, when I started the lawsuit,
That's why they going hard on you, because you got them cases in federal court against that officer.
yeah, no,
They turning up the heat on you.
yeah, I know. They actually watching me now, because every time I go out, I see a cop.
Yeah.
Because I remember like 2 days ago when I went to get my car towed back home, right, from the place, like I saw a cop waiting right at the fucking place, like a state trooper, and I'm like, okay, yeah, these guys are fucking watching me. So unfortunately, I can't really use my car right now, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, for my cases at federal court, I started them in like November of last year. But the thing was, right, when I started, I need nothing and everything. So I was doing it as I was learning as I did it, and when it got to December ending, I'm like, oh my God, bro, I know all this shit. So I'm like, fuck, here we go again. I dismissed all my federal court cases and I started all of them all over again in January 1st, right? So now it is February 15th. So these motherfuckers got 15 days left. So I'm finna win that shit. So I know. So yeah.
How much you suing them for? How much you put a total for?
In total, shit, I'm not finna say. It's just gonna be a lot though.
Hit me up privately on the email.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just gonna be it's gonna be a lot, because the problem is right now it's not. You see, the problem is the contract. That's why. Again, it's not a license; it's a driver's permit, so it's not valid for a license. But like, they can still fucking bring me to court and all of that shit.
Did it expire yet?
Is it expired? I don't fucking know. I signed that shit and like.
Yeah, that shit ain't expired. That's
like,
how they got you by deals, man.
I signed it in the junior year, I think.
I would go after the honestly at this point, for real. After you get all that shit cleared out, you might want to go after the DMV too.
I am. I'm suing the DMV too. I'm suing the RMV too. I'm suing the two different police officers, right? And then the RMV for the fucking contract, because remember they refused to rescind my shit. Remember? Yeah. So like they literally giving me locked in, and I'm like, what the. Like, I can't do anything right now, bro. And like the contract has to be rescinded.
Yeah, they hold on to them contracts, but yeah, I'm working on it now. But yo, I got my man Tony coming in here. What up, Tony?
Yo,
what up, man?
Kevin, you was supposed to. Yo, what up, y'all? Y'all was supposed to put in this document.
Hey, stop showing stuff, man. Oh, that's cool. He can show the color of law.
It's called the color of law. That's what you're supposed to put in, Kevin. Because that's what they're dealing with. You're dealing with everything everybody was talking about earlier in this live, yo. The code. You gotta put this in before you go to court, homeboy. It's color of law, so they don't play you. You want me to read it to you?
Nah, you don't have to read it. I mean,
listen. Violation warning: denial of rights under color of law.
Well, I mean,
violation warning: 18 USC 242, 18 USC 245. 42 USC 1983. You should write these codes down, homeboy, because you dealing with all of them, and you better go for their bond, because the officer got a thrill for you. You need to stop him from getting loans.
You see, the problem is like, again, I know the law, I know the suits and everything. Like, I'm gonna win the one in federal court. The problem is right now, bro. Like, if this judge doesn't fucking if this judge is somehow stupid and he doesn't grant.
Did you do your birth certificate, bro?
What?
Did you do your birth certificate?
What do you mean, bro? That doesn't matter right now, bro. I'm
trying to win
my suit.
Fucking listen.
I'm trying to win my suit.
I feel you, but did you do that?
Do what?
All right, court is commerce. Since you want to talk a lot, right? Did you know when you go into court, it's dealing with commerce? Do you know that your charge is dealing with money, fiat? Did you know that?
That's for the state court. I know that. I know that.
Okay, so why you got so many cases you fighting? I discharged a case in there. So how come you're still dealing with it?
Number one.
Okay, if you're a secure party credit, I'm gonna tell you something before you start, because it's like I hear a bunch of excuses, bro. If you're a secure party creditor, correct me if I'm right or wrong. If you did your birth certificate, couldn't you discharge the debt?
Bro, listen, it doesn't work like that. You're like,
It doesn't work for you. You
the
didn't do
system
something
doesn't
right.
work like that. Listen,
What do you
this is
mean? I'm in New York. It
this is
does
right to
work.
travel in federal court and trying to dismiss
How did you get
fraudulent
to federal
charges in
court?
state court. You know, and like it's not gonna work like that.
How did you get to court?
What do you mean? How did I get to court?
Yo, you're not supposed to be playing in court. You don't believe me? Call Bad Wolf.
Listen, I don't go to court unless I have to. I avoided court for 3 fucking months, and now I have to go for this county and then the
Yeah,
other
that's
county.
it. Okay,
But
nothing matters when they're gunning for you. But did he do a public notice in his town?
listen,
I
that
kind of
shit.
agree with Heretic though, man. If they got it out for them, they gonna pull up all stops. It's a gang, yo. It's a gang.
Yeah, but it's rules to it, yo. It's what you put in to make them stop.
Yeah.
Again,
So you gonna tell me 10
they
against
don't
1,
listen
you
to
ain't gonna never
anything
win?
unless you take them to court. Listen, they don't listen to anything unless you take them to court. So right now, I'm finna take the judge in the state court, like the one that won't let me speak. Like this bitch won't let me speak. I told her I'm gonna represent myself. She said, "No, you're not." And I'm like, "Bitch,
No
what do you mean
Yo,
I'm?"
Did you say?
Kevin, you
Did you
18?
go in there?
You
Did you go in
18?
there? Hold on. Did you go in there and say, "I'm gonna represent myself"? Did you say that?
I told her I'm gonna represent myself. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's the thing, yo. You can't represent yourself, bro.
okay, but like, what? We're not talking legal ease right here. Like, we're just talking like, hey, I'm gonna try to, quote unquote, defend myself. You feel me? And this bitch will not let me speak. She said no, and I'm like, what do you mean no? So what I'm gonna do is I literally have to file a lawsuit against her in federal court because right now she's finna get me locked up if I don't fucking take this bitch seriously.
I don't know how, bro. If you did your status properly, your birth certificate is like, you know what I mean?
Bro, listen,
Everybody,
this
I
is
know it's a fraud or whatever, but yo, at the end of the day, man, if you did that process, you basically saying I am no longer a minor. So what do you like? It's hard to believe you sitting here
you
telling
gotta
me,
use the courts, bro. Like,
yeah, you
listen.
got to use the courts, but bro, that's part of discharging the debt. I don't even want to go to it, yo. It's
Discharging the
like,
debt? Discharging debt for what?
yo,
Motherfuckers towed my
what do
shit
you
for no
think it,
fucking reason.
yo, you at work, right? Why they tow your shit for some reason? You on private property, right?
Well, it's because the cameras scanned my plate
Yeah, you on
and then they
private
said the
You're
fucking
on private property. If everybody was on full notice who you are, they wouldn't have did that, bro. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I'm not going to
Bro,
argue with
listen,
you.
this is
I'm not.
like you gotta understand the
I
system
got a
don't work like
question,
that.
yo.
Like
Let me
you
ask you a
can't just
question.
discharge shit like that.
Let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the fact that he's not from here and he did the passport process, maybe they didn't put him all the way over? You think that's possible?
Nah, like I know my passport works.
Yo,
Is the problem is the
nah,
license.
A6.
Yeah.
A6.
Yeah.
A6. You want to know how some people is getting certain stars
Yeah.
on it? Even though Bad Wolf said it's like that's because your parents was born in another country. When they come over here, you automatically, a lot of people don't know, they automatically get it because you weren't born here, your parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, foreign national. Yeah. It's a good point.
But yeah, like right now, shit is fucking crazy. Like the fucking contract with the DMV is fucking me. Like they refused to resend that shit when I sent it to them back in July, bro. And now they refuse. Like, well, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's what they do, man. They want to hold on to the adhesion contracts because they know that's how they drawing money. That's
yeah,
all it is.
exactly.
That's just sideways. But yeah, I'm drafting some shit right now for that though, because what they doing is wrong. It ain't right. If somebody don't want to be you can't force somebody to contract.
Yeah.
And then if you don't disclose all of the pieces of the contract up front when they signing, that shit voids out the contract anyway.
Yeah. Like right now, like the only way for me out of this is to win all my fucking cases. I mean, the ones for
I bet you a lot of them shits will drop though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. A lot of them shits will probably drop off. If you win the one joint, they probably drop the other shits. I don't know. You have to see what happens.
Yeah, so the ones in federal court, I know I'm finna win that shit. But the ones in state for this county, okay, I could probably go to trial and do that one because the judge is actually finna let me talk. But the other judge, I have to sue her. I have to, because the bitch won't let me talk. Like, and then they give me a new date to come back. Like, bitch, I'm not going back. I'm filing a lawsuit against her within 2 weeks, and that shit finna take care of it.
You might want to do a tort claim. A lawsuit ain't gonna do shit because they're immune to that. You can do a tort.
What do you
claim,
mean? She's a judge, bro. She's acting out of her fucking capacity.
Tort claim. Listen.
Tort claim.
Calm down. Tort claim. Look online and look up what a tort claim is. That's gonna be your best bet. Lawsuit, they're gonna throw that shit out the window. You're wasting your time.
No, I mean in federal court for like the state judge.
Tort claim. Tort claim. All right, let me go back to Sean says FOX News Detroit has a video of a flock of birds just falling out of the sky in Mexico. Look it up. I saw that. It was a big patch of birds that fell out of the sky. I saw that. I have the form color of law. Yeah, I got that too. Nothing matters when they're gunning for you. That's what I said, man. Like, yo, if they want your ass, they're gonna try to get that the best they can, especially in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is crooked, boy. They might be up there with New York. Calm down, okay? That's what I said. You gotta relax, man. I don't think taking them to court will do anything but piss them off. Represent the fiction. Damn, I am so not ever playing those games. Yes, I agree. Notice them crooks. Heretics got a lot of opinions on that. Send notice to all the agencies of government telling them you are alive but not their property. I am living, breathing flesh and blood civilian free man, born on the land of North America within the fictional territory land boundaries of the California Republic. Man, yeah, that's a lot to take in. So you got I assume you got people helping you out then with that, right, Kevin?
Helping me out with what?
With the processes and everything, right?
Bro, when I'm telling you, I've been busting my ass, bro. I would wake up every fucking day, do the same shit, work on my affidavits, look shit up, same shit for the fucking past past year, ever since I started this whole fucking foreign national thing. But yeah, everything I did myself. Everything I did, do myself so far.
Word. Yeah, well, look on the bright side, man. The experience you getting.
I know it's fucking insane, dude. It's insane how quickly I'm leveling up, dude.
Yeah.
Every week, dude, I'm different. Like it's actually insane now that I think about it. But yeah, like, right now, I mean, again, they can't really come after me because there is no crime.
You need to see if you can get the judge to put in an injunction against these acts, man. That's what it sounds like to me too. If it's a situation where you getting harassed or something like that, you need to have a federal judge put an injunction in so they can leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, I know. And like for all the cases for federal court, there's 15 days left, and like they finna make a decision because it's been 45 days so far since the new cases. Like,
yeah, just tell you gotta write an affidavit to the judge and tell them you feel like you're being targeted at this point. I mean, they ain't try to beat your ass though, did they?
Oh no. Again, it's same shit. They just ignore you. They just fucking run up the license and all that shit. Same shit.
All right, my man Joe says, how do you do the tort claim when the SF-95 is only for federal employees? What can you do for police, DA, etc.? I mean, I would say all of them you could put tort claims on them, man.
Well, I mean, again, I'm suing them for millions in federal court. So
that's why they going after you, yo, because you're suing them for the million. They know you about to get that. That's all right though. Look, you got to go through hell to get to heaven, right? So it might be a situation where you might have to go through all this and then buy yourself a house somewhere in the Cayman Islands or something like that, and just be done with all of it. You feel me? Just be done with all this shit, man. And,
I guess
sit there in the Cayman Islands with your little Wi-Fi, sipping your Muay Thai on the beach or whatever, and then call us and give us some help so you can help us get free too. You feel me?
But yeah, shit's been crazy. Like
Tony says he was supposed to stay in the private. Even Yusuf L says stay away from the courts, stay in the private. Well, see, the thing about it is I kind of feel what Son is saying because he's saying he was traveling, but Yusuf L rides around with plates from the state. I'm 90% sure. I'm not sure though because he had a police officer get behind him while he was in his Charger, and he said the police officer just got behind him, and then he said he just watching the police officer, and the police officer turned off. And he said he probably turned off because he pulled up my information and got heartbroken. So whatever, however he got his stuff set up with the DMV or something, they don't bother him. It might just because he fought. He put up a fight. He put up the fight, and it ain't worth it. And go get somebody else that's easier to push around.
Well, the thing is, right? So, if you do happen to have a license, and like, let's say they fuck with you, and like you sue them, they will also put it in the fucking license to like not mess with you and shit like that. So like they could put it in the license as well.
Yeah, man. They got a note on you.
Yeah,
They got a note somewhere on you in that little police computer. You know, they got a
like
note on you.
yeah, and let's see.
All right, Tim says on that form color of law form. Wait, on that form color of law form, could you reconstruct it to fit your status? Now, here's the thing: I'd be very careful about how to find those federal documents. If you're going to do that, create a brand new form and make it look like that one, but leave off all documents. Leave off all signs or signals or any type of thing that the government has, like a little winged eagle. Leave all that crap off of there and make your own if you're going to do that. But make sure it's not identical to the other one because they're going to try to nail you with, altering a government document. Heretic says, I hope he doesn't end up getting beat or worse. I don't think it's going to get to that. I think they try to scare him to back him down. It's a gang.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Yes, you can reconstruct. Absolutely. You are a creator, not a U.S. citizen. Retire in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, man. If I'm not mistaken, arbitration is private alternative. Okay. Arbitrate. I think he's talking about arbitration. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, Kev, that's they trying to give you a raw deal, huh?
I mean, I guess, but still, man, like I can't fucking do anything. I do this fucking. I mean, I hate it, but fuck, the work has to be done. That's
I
just
respect it though, man. You going through the trials and tribulations, man. But they're gonna test you. They're gonna try to back you down and scare you.
scary. I mean, fuck. I mean, again, as long as you're not a criminal, it's all.
Yeah, like I said, man, we got the moral high ground because we know we're right, and we know we're not harming nobody. We're not doing nothing wrong. You just gotta be when you're dealing with these agents, man. You gotta be careful how you talk to them, man. And the way you conduct yourself is gonna affect the determination of what happens that day. So you gotta be careful how you talk to these agents, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Tony
Right now,
says banker EIN, you are a private bank. Look this shit up, Core's a bank. Absolutely. Jay Heretic says, I hope it gets well, brother. We are all learning. Yes, yes, yes. That's tonight. Collaboration is an art in itself. Facts. What up, Dustin? How you feeling? Yeah, man. So like I said, I'll reach out to my people and I'll tell my people to reach out to you, Kevin, and we'll make sure we try to make sure you straight because you're going through it right now, but you about to take a super W.
I mean, listen. Again, I'm straight right now. I mean, let's see. If something bad was to happen, let's see. I mean, let's see. My bank account is kind of low because they've been told my shit. I paid 1,000, consecutively. So I mean, it's kind of low. Again,
The good thing about it is if you do file taxes and shit, you can write all that shit off. So don't feel bad about that. All that shit's a write off. If you do taxes, you can write that shit off. So you'll be fine with that.
it's just like I right now the path to me fucking exiting the Matrix is just to win on my fucking suits. Like actually, like at this point, like there's nothing I can do. I can't even use my fucking car.
Yeah. See, they looking for that car. They looking for that car, man.
My driveway, I can't fucking use it.
They riding past your house to make sure it's parked in the drive. I guarantee they probably got a bingo game going on. They probably got a guy riding past your house in an unmarked car to make sure your shit's still there. If it's not there, they probably like, yeah, he out somewhere. He probably doing this. He usually goes to work this way and such and such. He usually stops here. $50 to the first person who locks him up and throws his car. They be doing shit like that, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Listen, man. Listen, they be doing anything to make that job more fun, and that they see fucking with you right now is fun. Yep.
Yeah, and like right now, I can't get locked up because if I get locked up, bro, like, fuck. I mean, I lose everything. That's all I'm finna say. If I get locked up, I mean, I could now, but yeah, if I get locked up, it's gonna be fucked. So, I'm not gonna use my car until my contract with the DMV gets rescinded. Once that happens, bro, I'm like a fucking monkey out of his cage. But yeah,
at all times. My man says, absolutely, I agree with that. Finding the people that I should be speaking with, yes, sir. Doing better than I deserve, probably. Thanks for asking. He says, no doubt, man. No doubt, no doubt. Cash Luciano laughing his ass off. Yeah, man. So I'm about to wrap this bad boy up then for the day because I'm about to go something to eat. I'm about to go kick it and relax. All right, folks. It was nice talking to you guys, Kevin. Keep your head up, man. And they trying to rattle you, man. The forces of evil will try you, man. But please keep your head up and remember that you have the moral high ground. As long as you have the moral high ground, then you can make it happen. All right.
Yeah.
So with that said, it is the Foreign National Born Natural A6. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Great information tonight, man. We've been getting busy out here. My man says it's a cold war, baby. My man is facts. It ain't no joke out here. But look, the fact that we can click up and we can talk to each other, and any problems we have, we might have solutions for those problems, is a great thing. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you got any questions, hit my email. It's right in the description section. If you would like to donate, you can do so right there too. The Cash App is there. Nothing makes me happier than to hear my Cash App bing late at night. But you know how it goes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll holler at you guys same time next week. Actually, it'll be Sunday this week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out. Holler at you guys later. 1.